Okay, so we have now created a class with Educreations. Now we need to start creating lessons to send to our class. So when you log in, of course, you'll come here. You don't have any lessons here yet, but you want to start creating lessons, and you can do that obviously by clicking this Create New Lesson button. Very, very fancy. So click on that. It will take you to the lesson creator. It's just basically a whiteboard with a few basic tools. Over here are your marker tools. You have eraser and a pointer. Pointer also allows you to kind of move the stuff around after you've drawn it. It doesn't really work very well, but you can theoretically. So your markers, these are like your go forward, go backward kind of buttons. So I'm going to just put a bunch of marks, and I want to undo all those things. That's what the back arrow does. And if I want to redo them all, so you could think of places in lessons where you'd want to take everything out and put it back in again. Trash can, basically, I don't like anything I've done. I want it to go in the trash and throw away everything that you have created so far. Goodbye. This right here, you can upload a picture. So let's say you have some picture that you want to include in your lesson. So this is the Educreations logo. You can upload that. So you want to have a picture of the human body over here, and you want to label the muscles or the bones or something. You can, instead of having to draw a pitiful picture like this, you could have an actual picture of the human body, and that would be a pretty neat way to be able to actually come on here and draw this stuff, and label it and all that kind of thing. So yeah, you can upload pictures to add to your lesson. Down here you have to consider this to be like slides. All right, so here's slide 1, here's slide 2, here's slide 3, and so on and so forth. And you can go back and forth throughout all the lessons, or pardon me, all the slides that are within your lesson. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff, so delete all that. Okay. And so that covers all the tools and stuff that you have access to. I don't know if I showed the eraser. You can erase anything that you draw with the eraser tool. So that's all the tools. Now over here you have record and exit. Exit will just take you back to your lessons page. Record, once you hit that button, it's going to record everything you write and everything that you say, assuming that your microphone is turned on. So just to kind of show you what that looks like, hit record. And so now the numbers are counting up like it's recording, and you can actually pause your recording if you need to stop and do something, or maybe gather materials, or if you just want to, you had a goof up and you need to pause and you want to start over, you could do it that way. You can just start the record again whenever you're ready. There it is. And let's say you're done with your lesson, you can hit the stop button, and then you hit save. I don't want to do that yet because I want to show you what it looks like when you actually create a lesson, but we'll get to that in just a second. All right, so I'm going to start a lesson. Let's say my lesson is how to draw a landscape. All right, so first you got to have the grass, and we'll put mountains back here. Right, we'll have some sheep. Right, and of course you want your sheep to be nice and fuzzy. Here's a happy sheep. Hey, guy. We'll do one more. Okay, and there's a big boy. All right, there's all of our sheep. Okay, so that's my lesson on how to draw a landscape. You do the grass, you do the mountains, and then you draw all of your sheep. All right, I'm going to hit stop, and I'm going to hit save. Now, this gives you the option to say, okay, I know that I liked it. I know I did a good job. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Or I need to watch this first. So let's see how that goes. Let me preview this. So you hit the preview button. It will just take you to what your students will basically see. Hit the play button.
Hit record. And so now
it will sound like this.
The numbers are counting up like it's recording. And so first you got to have the grass, and we'll put mountains back here. Fuzzy. Here's a happy sheep. Hey, guy. We'll do one more. Okay. And there's a big boy. All right. There's all of our sheep. Okay.
All right. So that's how your lesson's going to look. You can preview it. Make sure you like it. Click finish. All right. I liked it. I'm going to click save. Okay. After you save your recorded lesson, you need to add some details. Again, after the title, the rest of these can be considered to be optional. So the privacy setting, this can be private, or that means nobody can access it. Publish means somebody would be able to access this work if you sent it to them. Subject area and all this kind of stuff. Again, you don't have to fill this in unless you want to. And create. And so now I'll come back and I have my new lesson, and it gives me a little bit of information about it, how long it is, all that stuff. Now you'll see how these say view. Once your kids start watching these, you'll have a little snapshot of how many views that they actually have. All right, so that's how you get started with creating lessons with Educreations.